Hold on, we're about to open up a can of worms. Coming up next on Pastor Bob's Coffee Break. My Fact Checker. It's our new mug of the month, our poster of the month, our t-shirt of the month. My Fact Checker. Looking at the Bible, and of course that, and our HEADBANGERS BREW coffee, and all of the cool stuff you'll find right here. We are metal, we are family.com. Dear Pastor Bob, it seems that the media is all over the place. Yes, it does. How do we know what to believe, and how to use the Bible to discern modern events? Wonderful question. It's exactly what I had planned to do for the month. And this month I'm calling it Fact Checking the Fact Checkers. And we want to get into this today. I'm not going to be political, but I am going to be all about truth. And truth as we find it in the Bible. There's a classic scene in Star Wars where Ben Kenobi and the stormtrooper are having a conversation. The stormtrooper says, "Let me see your identification." And Ben Kenobi says, "You don't need to see his identification." The stormtrooper says, "We don't need to see his identification." Ben Kenobi says, "These aren't the droids you're looking for." The stormtrooper says, "These aren't the droids we're looking for." The stormtrooper says, "You can go about your business." Ben says, "Move along." And the stormtrooper says, "Move along, move along." And he just manipulated his mind. And it's a classic line from Star Wars. "These are not the droids you seek." Well, that same thing is being done over and over and over again in media today. And we want to talk about this all month long as we talk about media manipulation, manipulating facts, and how do you go about finding what is actually truth. Now, the Bible's been predicting that these times would come, and not just a single time, but many times when this is the case. And let's go to Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20. And it says, "Woe, judgment is coming to those who call evil good and good evil." We're going to look at a whole lot of examples of that this month. "Who substitute darkness for light and light for darkness. Who substitute bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter." So it says, they will substitute those things and they'll try to make you believe it. Just like Ben Kenobi tried to make the stormtrooper believe and say exactly what he wanted to say, and he did. But in real life, this is happening, and it most likely is happening to you and to me. I've gotten to the place where when I see something on the mainstream media, I pretty much guess that the opposite is true. Manipulated. When you can look at every single mainstream media and hear them using the exact same script and the exact same words, something's going on. There's some manipulation taking place. And I know that you're not immune from seeing this. I know you all do. But how much is it taking place? How much are we being manipulated? And what do we do about it? Now, folks, the place we have to start is here. Our fact checker, the Bible. And if we know anything about truth, we know that it's contained here in this book. When you open it, you have words of truth. Any kind of fact-checking has to start here. And the Bible has plenty of things to say about things that are going on around us and how to find truth. And when we look at truth, we always begin here. You know, it's amazing to me how many Christians believe things that are contrary to the Bible. And we believe them because we're told over and over and over again that something is true. So many times that we begin to believe it. Now, why is this important? Because, folks, our whole lives are being manipulated in so many ways, especially these days. I've lived a lot of years. I've never seen it this bad. And so, without being extremely political, I want to show you the darkness and the light that it talks about here. I want to show you the contrast of those who are calling evil good and good evil, who substitute light for darkness and darkness for light, who substitute bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter, whose agenda are changing what we believe in the scripture. And, by the way, it's a battle between good and evil. This is not political that we see going on, although it's motivated by a lot of politicians, but it's not political, which is why I don't mind talking about it. I don't like to get into politics. I lose half of my audience. People are on either one side or the other, and so I don't want to talk about political things, but these are things that have to do with truth and lies. And folks, you have to dig these days to find out what the truth is and what the lies are. And I hope that during this month, you will begin to dig, that you will remember that you just can't believe everything that you see, everything that you hear. Things are being manipulated. Even things you see have been photoshopped and taken out of context and one thing or another. And so it's important that, like the stormtrooper with Ben Kenobi, that we don't just react because something is put in our brain enough times that we believe it. Well, I'm going to stop there for today. We're going to continue this tomorrow. I'm going to get more and more specific all month long, and I hope you'll join me every single day. I feel like this is really important. And folks, please, in the middle of all of this, don't believe that anything is evil when it's good, is dark when it's light, is bitter when it's sweet. Jesus said that he came that we might have life and have it more abundantly. He said that he's the light of the world. Yeah. And you are blessed. So don't forget, go and be a blessing.